Hey honey, wanna get married?
So basically, it's a couch proposal.
It's just like, trying to mix the proposal in daily life conversation so
Okay.
that it's nothing like too big. Hello, and welcome to a video about dating in Japan.
Do you want to know the real story about how Japanese guys propose? If so, you've come to the right place.
Hi, I'm Akina.
Hi, I'm Dustin. We're here with a Japan Questions Answered channel. And today we're going to be talking about this interesting topic of how Japanese guys propose. Now, actually, you told me some really wild story about the miso. What exactly is that again?
So, there's a famous proposal line
Yeah.
in Japan, which translates like, could you make miso soup every morning for me?
Yeah, wow. That's pretty wild. Is that like behind the times or something? Like
Yeah.
people don't actually use that anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
I think most of the Japanese knows what it means.
Yep.
But the line is not popular anymore because
Okay.
nowadays it's just common for females to work as well,
Uh-huh.
even after marriage, which was not the case like 10, 20 years
Okay.
ago.
So they're more in the miso soup making business. Yeah. But actually, you make miso soup for me, so in a way, that kind of somehow was actually true. Maybe I should have used that line. What do you think?
Well, that just implies that would you do housekeeping work for me, which means would you be my housewife, which means will you marry me?
Yeah, it's a very roundabout way of asking to marry you. So
Yeah. So like as this line kind of implies that we don't really have romantic proposal culture in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So many girls don't really receive any good ones these days.
Okay.
So
Yeah, actually someone at my workplace was asking about how I proposed, and I was explaining like I went to this island on the sunset. I didn't mention the fact that it was raining, but I said it was an island in the sunset, which technically is true.
yeah,
And
like yeah.
she was like, "Oh, like she was like, oh, I wish I could have experienced that,
Yeah, like if I tell somebody that I got married to an American guy, then the common reaction or common question is like, did he kneel down? Did he do this?
So this just basically means kneel down and all that, or
When you kneel down, you usually have probably like
Yeah.
that thing.
yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that thing, actually I read only 30% of girls would receive a ring on the proposal time.
In Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this based on statistics or something?
I don't know how true it
Okay.
is, but there are lots of articles around, marriage
Okay.
here as well. So sometimes guys don't give a ring for the proposal.
Okay.
So there are some alternatives like necklace, a bouquet, and if the guy wants to be close enough, just a naked diamond stone, so that the girl
Really?
can make their favorite style,
okay.
which is a clever idea, I would say.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, basically, like when I was looking to buy a ring, I started just doing research and I started looking. Usually, I don't pay attention to rings before. I never looked at rings, but then I started seeing actually, like, first of all, it doesn't seem like a lot of women wear their rings all the time anyway, which is a totally different topic. But I started looking at the rings, and in general, like, they have much smaller rings, smaller carat size of diamond, and just smaller everything. So like basically I couldn't figure out like what was the best size or
Carat?
Yeah, the carat size, like a normal carat size in America, I think it's like way too big here.
So when I read articles about carat sizes,
Yeah.
it's usually like 1 carat in America,
Uh-huh.
on average, but in Japan it's more like 0.2 to 0.4 carats.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that it was about 0.3 in Japan just by looking on the internet, so I tried to find something that wasn't too big in Japan but wasn't too small in America.
Yeah, actually, I showed my rings to my coworkers,
Uh-huh.
And I work in like manufacturing industry, so there are lots of men, or like mostly men, and those men are usually married. Then they said, "Oh, holy shit, that ring is big, you know, or the diamond is big.
Okay.
He must pay a lot."
Okay. Yeah, I think the rings in general are more expensive here though, because I was looking on the internet and stuff, and it seemed like the prices were better in America. I don't know why, but certain things are just very overpriced here. So I think like I was able to buy it from America, and I think I got a better price. But anyway, aside.
What? You got me cheap one?
No, I got you a good value, boss, okay? Just relax now. Just relax. But besides the miso soup thing, like what are other ways that guys might propose? Because obviously they don't say that anymore.
Yeah.
So would they propose at all, or how does that work?
Sometimes they don't really propose. Like some girls would say like, seems like we are getting married, but I didn't have any proposal.
So how does that work then? How does it, quote, seem that you're getting married?
It's kind of like just things goes.
Okay, just happens.
It just happens.
Just
like
wake up one day and you're engaged.
Well, I have never experienced, so I don't know the details, but
Okay.
more like you know, just meeting up with the family. Then family goes like, "Oh, you're married," or like, "You're getting married," or like, "When you're getting married," and just those things just goes
Okay.
before the thing actually happens.
Yeah.
So that is one thing.
Interesting. But what about like, I thought you mentioned that some women are pressuring the guys, which is kind of normal. I think that happens worldwide.
Yeah, so like girls have this idea that she wants to have romantic proposal, you know, like from Disney movies or like
Okay.
Hollywood movies. And lots of people actually know that Western guys have a ring and a kneel down. So the girl would go like, when I get married, maybe you could propose me in Disneyland, and you could have a ring like this shape and this color, and maybe you could kneel down somewhere around there.
What?
I know this is like really extreme example,
Okay,
but
okay.
like some girls could do that because just to have ideal proposal.
Doesn't
because,
that kind of defeat the purpose though? Like, it's supposed to be kind of a surprise, right?
But there are some other kind of strong girls who are like, I didn't like the proposal, so I had him do it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a story like that for a couple of times.
Okay. Yeah, I think I heard that story actually. That's awesome.
So I guess in reality, people do propose as well here.
Okay.
And as far as I know, or like as far as I hear, the common situation is kind of really subtle.
Subtle.
Sometimes, like one subtle one and one a bit more formal one. One is like the subtle one is like you are spending some time on the weekend watching some TV or something on the couch. Then the guy goes like, you know, like this. "Hey honey, wanna get married?"
Wanna get married. On the couch, like this couch that we're on now.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a couch proposal.
It's just like, you know, trying to mix the proposal in daily life conversation so
Okay.
that it's nothing like too big thing.
Okay.
Because, you know, Japanese guys are known as shy people. So they are not really dared to do that random, like not random, like fancy things.
All right.
Yeah, and the other common thing is like you might go to like a kind of fancy restaurant and just ask kind of in private. So like, you know, after the dinner at the table and say like, I have an important question. Would you marry me?
Okay.
That kind of
Okay.
thing. But you know, there are some people who likes other foreign cultures things, and Hollywood movies are really popular here as well. So many guys actually know what girls like,
Yep.
and they would do that kind of stuff too. Like,
Okay.
you know, get a ring and kneel down and propose.
Yeah.
So that way, the guy's kind of like good guy or
Okay.
cool guy.
Good guy.
So I think that's about it.
Alright, well, thanks a lot, Akina, for shedding light on that topic. I never really heard about the miso or couch proposals before. But if you want to learn more about dating in Japan, feel free to check out our previous videos. We got one about our interracial relationships okay in Japan, and we got a video about our Japanese girls easy. We got those links down below in the description box. And as always, thanks for watching this video, everybody. Why don't you leave a comment? Let us know what you think.